Coming to the nutritional screening. So the nutritional screening is what? The nutritional screening is about it is the first step in all the nutrition care process, because to identify the specific problems we need to screen the patient first, and then we have to proceed for the assessment. So the nutrition screening is the first step in the community intervention programs or in the hospital settings. The purpose of nutrition screening is to quickly identify the individuals who are malnourished or at being risk at nutritional risk, and to determine if there is any detailed assessment is required or not. And it is usually completed by the nurse, physician or other qualified healthcare professionals. And whether if there is any patient who is at a risk, then he will be referred to the registered dietitian. And we have to see the difference between the nutritional screening and the nutritional assessment. The nutritional screening, it is the process of identifying the patients who are at risk, so that the more extensive nutritional assessment can be performed. And the nutritional assessment is what? It is the detailed examination or the evaluation of multiple parameters, so to define the risk of developing nutrition related medical complications. And the nutrition screening, it is a brief evaluation, as we told earlier, to identify the subset of people at high risk. And this screening is a simple, quick, and what we see, the general procedure is it is as general, it is used by any personnel in the hospitals. So those who come in contact with the patient at first contact, he will be able to assess or able to do the nutrition screening, and if there is any risk found, they will be referred to the registered dietitians. And in the nutritional assessment, what happens, it is used to monitor the course of nutrition therapy. That means if the person is identified that he is having any nutritional risk, he will be given the nutritional intervention, and to monitor those interventions we need the assessment, because to check the progress of a patient, then we need to have the nutritional assessment. And it is a more complex process. As it is a more complex process, we need to have what we say, expertised, or the expert for the nutritional assessment. And it is more detailed and more specific, as assessment requires more components, that is the dietary intake, biochemical assessments, clinical assessments, and anthropometry. So it is a more detailed examination of a person, and it allows the specific nutrition care plans. As the assessment, after the assessment, we diagnosed, or we able to diagnose the specific nutrition problems. So based on the specific nutrition problems, our actions will be more specific towards those what we see, to those nutritional deficiencies or the nutritional risk. And what are the characteristics of a nutritional screening are? So as we told earlier, it is simple and easy to complete, and it requires a routine data. So it doesn't require any special data, like for example their what we say, familial history of any disease or not. So it is a routine data, as we collect as we do the routine habits. So it is based on those data, and it is cost effective. That means here in this, no experts are required, and there is no calculations are needed. So it is so cost effective, and it is effective in identifying nutrition problems, and reliable and valid. What are the goals of a nutritional screening? As we told, it is to identify the patients at risk for malnutrition through screening, and to determine a nutrition care plan. So based on the screening and assessment, we determine the nutrition care plan, and to decide the route of nutritional intervention. So that means based on his nutrition problems, we decide whether we can give the nutrition care through the various routes, like for example tube feeding or say oral feeding. So to decide the route of nutritional interventions, we have to screen the patient, and it is able to differentiate the causes and consequences of malnutrition. That means what are the so from which risk factor the malnutrition is resulted, and what is the disease outcome, or the what are the factors, or the from where the disease comes. So those all it will gather the information, and it helps to monitor the clinical outcome of the nutritional support. And what are the criteria? Because for each, like for different kind of populations, there will be a different kind of a tool is used, and based on the population category or the population type, the screening tool differs. For example, for the children it is different, for the adults it is different, and for the oldish people it is different. So based on the population group, we decide the screening tool. And what are the criteria to develop a good screening tool is the good screening tool should have a predictive validity. Predictive validity means it should predict the actual condition or the actual risk a person is having. And the content validity is the screening tool must contain all the contents which are relevant to the population. Say for example, when you are screening for the adults, then it should contain the relevant contents which suits to the population category. And high reliability means the screening tool whatever you are developing is very practical, and it should be easy to it should be simple and quick to finish. So that means reliability, or we say the inter observation. That means errors in the or the variations in the inter observations. Like for example, between the individuals, when you screen, then that should show a minimum variation between the individuals, and it should be practical, as we say, and it should not contain the redundant information. Like for example, unnecessary informations are not included in the screening tool. That should not be there in the screening tool. What are the components of nutrition screening? In the nutrition screening, we have majorly 4 components are there. Those are, like for example, the first component is what is the condition now. What is the condition now means his present status, whether he is ambulatory or bedridden, and what is his what we say anthropometry, the BMI, height, weight. Those indicates the current status, and whether the condition is stable or not. Okay, so whether he is losing weight or not, those depicts the stability of his condition. And will the condition get worsen, that will relate to like whether the person is having any disease or acute illness. Based on that, whether his condition will be normal or will be recovery, or whether it may get worsen or not. And the last will be will the disease process accelerate the nutritional deterioration. So for example, when he is admitted to the hospitals, because of the hospital procedures or the medications or the medical surgical operations, whether his disease process will accelerate the malnutrition or not. So these 4 components should be included in a screening tool. And what are the outcomes of nutrition screening? When you've done the screening for any patient or any person, what may be the outcomes? There are 4 possible outcomes out of nutrition screening. The first one will be the patient is, when you screen the patient, you come to know that okay, the patient is not at a risk, but he may need to be re-screened at a specific intervals or for the specific period of time. And the second outcome is okay, the patient is at a risk and he needs a nutrition care plan, so that will be worked up by the experts. And the third outcome is the patient is at risk, but the metabolic or the functional problems prevents a standard plan being carried out. That means okay, you come to know that the patient is at risk, but whatever the implementation of the nutrition care plan is done, that will not be sufficient, or that will not be what we say, that is preventing, or his metabolic or functional problems are the barriers for implementing the standard plan. And the fourth one is there is doubt that whether the patient is at risk or not. So these are some of the aspects of a nutrition screening, which is very important and a first step in every hospital settings.